So we're going to do this again, guys. We're just going to go through this. Wartime Museum. These are letters from World War I, World War II, Vietnam era. All this stuff is really old, really cool looking stuff. A lot of the letters from the war did not make it. Most letters just didn't get back because planes were shot down. Soldiers didn't live past, didn't live long enough to get the letters out. Mail carriers also had the same problem as well.
By 1942, when Republic Aviation gets to going real good, our population rises. That in the shipyard, our population rises to 150,000 people.
This is the Illinois and Evansville, Indiana area. World War II. It's a pharmacist, things like that. This is how they lived back then. The women were making the clothing. They did most of all the work back in the old days. While the men were off at war, the women would take care of everything. That's even whenever they came out with the League of Their Own, the women's baseball team, which is where they got softball and things like that as well. And you had radios like that, except for they weren't electronic like that. Now these are currencies that they had back then, because most of all the metal that we needed back then for currency was used for ammunition and things like that. So they had what they called wooden nickels, wooden pennies, things like that. And each one, the colors actually made up a difference of what the value was. There's banknotes, promissory notes, things like that. They had to have promissory notes because of the lack of currency. So they would give a promissory note to the bank or from the bank to whoever it was that they were paying. And yeah, look at that. That's 1945 in July. That's really cool. Pair of old shoes. And that's a real clock radio, by the way. That's a really old clock radio.
You can listen to the president on there, the Fireside Chats, telling you that they're slowly coming out of the depression. You listen to baseball games, football games, comedy shows, politicians.
So, shipyards. My great-grandmother actually helped build naval ships in World War II. Not World War II, sorry, World War I.
Up until the 1960s when they kind of flattened out, they were on it.
They made naval ships. A lot of history. And the insides of those ships when they were making them.
What they did was, on remote Pacific islands,
Back to the hangar. That would have been the view you were saw looking out that window. Isn't that cool? Yeah. That's how they would have
Look at this,
been
guys.
outside the door.
Look at that.
Hey, there's a flight simulator.
Life size, this thing would have been longer than the Titanic. Maybe as long, maybe not longer. The gunner boats that were stationed in Hawaii whenever they were attacked. And it is really, really nice looking boat. You can get an idea what the gunner posts look like. Crow's nest up at the top. These were for shooting submarines, and they had the smaller guns for the airplanes. Those bigger guns made for shooting down other boats that come in their area.
February, January, the guy said it.
Yeah.
I think he was indigent.
It was pretty basic. Did what they needed to do.
He did not meet him, he burned the building down.
Is it also what later became Sterling?
Try to turn this around just a little bit, guys, so that you guys can get a better idea.
The beginning, the 1,000
That is a shell, a bullet shell from one of the airplanes that they would shoot these things out. Isn't that amazing? That helicopter's coming back around, guys. The gunner post inside of one of these airplanes. You see how the guy would have to sit down in there, crouch down. We're going to get some look at some other stuff here shortly. There's some comic strips from those days. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what helped. It helped them get along back in them days. This is from World War I, I think. 1906 comics, posters.
Headquartered in Evansville, right. Okay, over here. We have water ration, you have 3 different rations.
Parking lot, you can watch the take off from the pass. You go out the main.
This is how they made the planes back in the days.
Yes, just head out to the main door, go out the main entrance to the museum, and then to your right.
Oh, yeah.
To the south, you can watch it take off.
There's the car.
I'm also filming for that Call of Duty mobile. They said we could follow the arrows on the floor. This is how they got around back then. The arrows on the floor helped them get around. If you believe that one, I got more stories. Look at these flags that they had back then. Wow.
Yeah, that's almost like Philippine flag right there.
Yeah, and they had alliances with people back then.
Yeah.
We had a lot of friends back then, and somewhere along the line we made some enemies.
Flag is first.
Yeah, we got some flags.
Brazil. I don't know. I think that's an Italian flag there.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Now they had cars back in the day, guys. They had cars. Believe it or not, back then they actually had cars.
There's the truck.
Now somewhere along the line we got backtracked. Alright. I really hope that you Call of Duty mobile fans are appreciating wartime museum stuff. We appreciate the game. Please appreciate the things that went into real soldiers.
Oh yeah, they're gonna appreciate this one.
Oh yeah. That's a nice little auto plane. Wow. That is a medal for a woman, believe it or not. Now, you guys should like this. You remember playing with some of these? The M3 machine gun? No? Maybe not?
German.
And then we got a couple nice looking guns in there, don't we? We've got the real bullets and everything.
Yeah, that's a Tommy gun right there.
Look at that. That's an MW11.
Leonard Monk. I know where she's been.
I think that's a clip. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's a
There's
jumper.
a
Yeah,
Mark
so
7.
M1.
Annie Walker, you're younger than me.
A nice pistol, US pistols. Look at the size of them bullets.
yeah, that's 50. That big one's 50.
Big old boom.
BMG.
Watch out, watch out.
Oh, you're fine. I'm watching. I'm watching.
I actually have one of those cases.
Do you?
Yeah, it's empty.
You know, they make them in plastic now.
Oh no, mine's metal though. I actually have an ammunition box, the big wooden ones.
Oh, do you? I got one of them. I put twos in it. Old.
For you guys that like the tank wars, there's some tanks for you. World War I, World War II tanks.
Yeah, if you're hungry, please don't oversee these ladies that you right out here.
Yes. Now, for some of you guys that really love guns and bullets and things, look at the size of them bullets. Literally, I got a big hand.
Hmm. 50 BMG.
That sucker's huge.
Yep.
That thing would put a hole right through a piece of metal.
That cut a tree down.
Just want to make an announcement. If you're on flight 6, here in about 5 minutes.
The Chrysler Plymouth sedan.
We're heading our way for the pre-brief. Again, flight 6. We're going to start here in about 5 minutes for the pre-brief.
Remember those guns we had?
No, I don't.
It was up there.
The bolt action?
No, the big Navy guns. They came off the ship.
Oh, yeah.
They
They
set
su-
up for about 4 inches.
Yeah, Mayor Balmer sold that to somebody.
I wonder where that went. I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. I used to play in those all the
Got some silk pillows in there. They still got the blankets and pillows in that, dude.
time.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Look at this. Wow. There's a generator for you from back in the day.
Heck yeah.
That's a big old generator from back in the
that is
day.
for that one.
These are machines that this is how they put their, everything back in the day was, this is how you literally had to work with your hands back in the day. We don't have AI technology back then. If you're interested in this, guys, give me a second.
Willys Jeep Company, based in Toledo, Ohio, which is now Jeep Chrysler.
Oh, yeah?
Ford Motor Company, and they predominantly made most of the Jeeps over at their Louisville factory. The way you tell the difference was on Willys, they stamped the name Willys underneath the windshield.
Yeah.
Ford was a little more arrogant. He liked to take the F in his last name, the F script, stamped it on every single bolt.
Ownership, man.
Yeah, he wanted everybody to know that, he built those.
Yeah.
All right.
I would have thought it was.
Now, they still got an oil leak in this thing. All right, ready for this? This is what they call a panzer. Do not climb on the tank, they say. Look at that. Wow. Short barrel. When we play Tank Wars, guys, you know that this is it. This is what we like to do in Tank Wars. Now, this is called a Sherman tank. Very, very exciting. You can smell the oil still on this stuff, guys. Look at that. It's still got the mud on it. I'm guessing they still take these out and move them around every now and again.
Through the summer, we've been doing the first and third weekends every month. For $100, you take a ride in this tank. We take it right across over in this field over here, and you get about a 20-minute ride.
How about that? Like it's got some cracked rubber. Look like that one looks like.
Yeah, that's normal.
Is it?
That's just normal wear and tear on the bogies.
They replace those every so many years?
Yeah.
Good. See, they even had aluminum wheels back then. It looked like aluminum. What is that, steel? That'd have to be real heavy steel, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Those look kind of wore down.
That looks like it's been rubbing a little bit.
Yeah, that looks a little wore down. That one does too. I just spotted it, guys. I told them that their wheel was about to break off.
Oh, yeah. They ran looking down the fan, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we got another thing here. I think you'll be interested in. We want to get some good stuff in here, guys. Look at this. All right. Check it out, man. Look at this truck. Look at this truck. That is awesome. Let's go in here and take a look at the engine. Everything was so simple back in the day. Imagine having a vehicle that doesn't run with computer chips. If you had a leak, you threw that part out and you just put a new part in.
Yeah, that's probably a diesel.
Could be, yeah. How about that? Real simple, real basic. A fire extinguisher. All the serial numbers still on it. They had to keep all that up to date, guys. They really did. They had the compasses right there hanging off the dash light. Not dash light, but a dash mirror. Sorry. Big old freaking antenna. And that sucker goes all the way up there. It's big old antenna. Got your basic shovel, your picks, and everything for when you go out on the field. You need to dig yourself out. Now I'm getting ready to show you guys something that you're gonna really, really love. All right, guys, here we go. Check it out. This is an engine. All right, this is an engine that goes on a fighter plane. Okay, check this out. Look at this engine. It's immaculate. This thing could be put back inside this plane that's sitting right here behind it. Literally, it could be put back in and used. Of course, it needs to be tightened up. Man, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work right there. My grandfather used to work on these years and years ago when he was in World War II, stationed down in Texas. That's a nice piece. Look at the dolly that they have to bring it in on. It's so heavy.
2800, they call it double lock.
Alright, so this is called a Thunderbolt, guys.
And then
The P-47 Thunderbolt.
I shipped over.
This was what was common in World War II, I believe.
I said, I'll ship over one more time with those guys. Well, then he came up with that, well, I'm saying,
It lasted from 44.
So we both got out in 1972.
That's the history of it.
He come back.
This particular Thunderbolt, this particular plane, this is its history, 76 years.
Right dead center.
Just for this one.
All of it.
We really would appreciate
Let's go take a look at it.
if you are the owner of it, to maybe move it for us, please, or if you've got it there for a reason, let the front desk know. Again, we have an automobile park right outside the door, the main entrance to the museum. We really need it to be moved. If you have it there for a reason, please call.
I'm sorry I'm going fast, guys, but there's so much to see here. And I don't want to make a long video for you Call of Duty Mobile fans. This is a lot to look at. Look at this wing. I can walk underneath it. Lift and glide, lift and glide. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Let's take a look at this. Go up here. Look at this. Wow. You want to see inside the cockpit? Look at this. It's really cool. Look how the wow. There's a lot going on in there. Woo, that's a lot of stuff. I'd be confused. And that seat looked like it would be uncomfortable, but it'd keep you awake for sure. I showed you those bullets earlier, or those bullets go inside of this plane's wings. As it's got the guns on it. That's really cool. And then we're gonna go over here and take a look at the other plane. We'll take a look at a few extra things.
What was your dad's name? Eugene? He's served 43%.
Again, if you feel like you'd like to have a cup of coffee or something to eat, we have a concession stand. I'd be glad to help you out with that. We'll be here on the north side by the overhead door.
Just
There's
different
a group
designs
over
they
there
had
that'd
for
love to
them.
help you. And we also have
This is a World
gift
War
shop.
One.
If you think
But they
you might
used in
like
World
to
War
get
II
something
as
good
well
here at the
for
museum, we have
other
a
stuff.
really well-stocked gift shop, and we'd be glad to help you out. Thank you.
Wow. It's a really big piece of machinery. What does that sign say?
Pardon me?
I just want to see what the sign said.
It's definitely a Lincoln.
Yeah, I seen one of those trucks over there.
Got one of those propellers hanging on my wall. My uncle's wall, actually. Belonged to my grandfather. The wooden ones were hard to keep a hold of because they just broke off too easily.
You see that one's got a crack in it all the way.
Oh yeah, I see that. Well aged, well aged. That's a lot of engine right there. A lot of engines. Alright guys, this is Z-Dog. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I really do. There's a few other things that I can show you. But this is a wartime museum. And for you guys that are Call of Duty mobile fans, I really encourage that you share this with your friends. This is what we play the game for. We play it to have fun, but there's real history behind Call of Duty Mobile. You know, the soldiers that went into it, the things that happened throughout history. So let's take a look at some more stuff.
Attention please, anybody in flight number 7, we're actually going to have you gather up over here.
These are badges that you get for certain things that you would.
Pre-briefing on Flight 7. If
It's a
you're at
Brazil.
Flight 7, we would like for you to hit this way, please.
That's really
Start our
cool.
meeting. Got a gentleman over here eager to talk to you.
The bolt actions. Look at that. Look at, we play with these bolt actions in Call of Duty Mobile.
Flight 7, I need you over here by the yellow light lane.
With the Luger,
Looks like we've got some people headed this way. Thank you.
long barrel Luger. But we play with these bolt action guns in Call of Duty. These are German guns, Nazi. The Mauser 98K, MP40, the submachine gun MP40, Type 99, and then we got the swords. Yeah, look at the dagger, small German Lugers. Look at these swords here, guys. Imagine those things getting a hold of you, it'd rip you in half. The PP 7.62 mm, basic. That's really cool stuff, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just praying that you Call of Duty mobile lovers are excited about this. Please share this with your friends. This is the surgical stuff for the surgical team, and they had to use this stuff on people. Even if they didn't get a chance to clean it, they still had to use it. They still had to use it, work on people. They used to have some silverware just like that. It's military right there, Marine. U.S. Marine. Sandbags. And how about that, guys? Look at this. Jeeps. Look at these Jeeps. Hand grenade. The radio system's back in.
I'm saying Vietnam Honor Gallery at the Evansville Wartime Museum. And as you can see from this newspaper clipping from 1960, a lot of pictures made. So today, here at the I'm standing here in Vietnam
I'm telling you, I think that woman's having a hard time.
Oh, it's actually a light gray.
Look at all the different planes, man. Wow. So many.
See, he used to, the way he would clean the floor, he put probably more stuff in his water than he would get it back up. Clean it up good.
These are just model planes. Actually functional, believe it or not. You used to be able to fly these around and stuff.
Again, if you're here at the museum and you would like to watch the Huey come in or take off, you can go out on the south side of the building. Go out the main.
Oh, wow.
To your right, and you can watch the Huey land and take off again.
Vietnam weekend
Well, I'm going to try to make my way through here. I'm going to interrupt this newscaster. M16, guys. Look at that. M16. Might be hard to see, but he's in there. M16.
All right. We
Look at
are
the
ready.
spiders. Spiders.
Anybody that is involved or is going to participate in the Flight 8, we're looking for all the riders of Flight 8. We need you to head over here by the yellow biplane. We're going to start a pre-brief. It's got a gentleman over here ready to talk to you. So Flight 8, if you're involved.
Appreciate you guys coming and joining me today. Please share this with other people. This makes Call of Duty Mobile all worth it, being able to see the real things that happen.
I was wondering if we would see a CZ-75, a check, and
They even had sandals back then. Tools and kits. Hazmat mask. Asian orange and things like that. Salute to all the soldiers. You did so much. And this is Z-Dog, guys, coming to you. So please like, subscribe to this channel. Don't just play Call of Duty Mobile just because it's fun, but do it because we're doing it to honor those who have actually served. Z-Dog, until next time, guys.